KWIK daily devotion. Do you really know yourself? How well do you know yourself? We all want to be accepted, right, for who we are. But who are you? If somebody was to ask, how would they define you? What would they say? For me, if someone was to ask my wifey or my queen, who is Bruce, right? What angle would she take? The person that she loves should be is this person that's literally a God-fearing man, full of the spirit, really. And how does that transfer over into a conversation? You know, when somebody asks you, how you doing today? We have these trigger words. Sometimes we say them all the time. I'm okay. I'm doing good. But someone that knows you, right? And they ask you, how you doing today? And you're like, I'm on fire today. When you tell them I'm on fire today, they want to know more. They ask you, well, what's going on? What's making you feel that way? Because they're so used to you saying that I'm okay, I'm good. And when we want to get to know a shawty, right, or a lady, we're very intrigued about them. We want to know what makes them happy, what makes them sad, and if they're sad, like how to gain their happiness back. To do that, you have to put in work, right? You got to grind in the sense of spending time to learn about that person. Now, a lot of us, we like to talk about making money, how much we got in a bank account, what type of achievements we have done, what tests we just passed in class to be able to go to the next. I remember when I met my wife, and I was with my homeboy. We was at the movies, actually. And I remember we were just, chopping it up, having a regular conversation, going back and forth, having butterflies in the stomach, being nervous about asking certain questions. But the one thing that I truly remember about that was when I went to go leave. And when I went to go leave, I didn't ask her for her phone number. And I walked literally all the way to the car. And I said, nah, I got to go back and get her number. And I went back, and she was waiting there. And just to blurt out those words, can I have your number, was so hard. But I knew that I wanted to know this person in that type of fashion, that I built the courage to even do so. Now, after doing so, we talked on the phone, laughing, giggling, kikiing about things. But one thing that was our main focus in conversation, and it's still to this day very, very potent, is when we talk about the spirit. We could go on and on and on and on and talking about the spirit and what the spirit has done. And that's why I boast in my humility. In Jeremiah 9:23 and 24, he talks about, let not a wise man boast about his wisdom. Let not a mighty man boast about his might. Let not a rich man boast about his riches. And for me, when I talk about my humility. And my humility is honestly what makes me a beautiful person. It's really what intrigues my wifey, my queen. Hearing just the things that I've gone through, the roughest, and how the spirit has been there, and how I've been able to see it around me, like leaves falling down from a tree, the seasons changing, spring going to fall, fall going to winter. That's what gets the intrigueness of intimacy. And I speak about that because how well do you really know yourself? How well do you really know your own spirit? And I challenge you to honestly take time to do that, because you take time to make that money, right? It ain't easy. It's a long trip doing that. Grinding. Stacking. And just the type of situations that you put yourself into. See, I find it a problem if you know how to eyeball work, but you don't know when your children are hurt, or how to help your children come out of that hurt. That's a big problem. That's having our focus on necessarily the wrong thing. And me and my situation in this humility, I've put different lenses on that has took my focus off of my family, which is the most important thing to me. Like, I feel dead without them. Like, I know that if my wife is here and listening, she's smiling. She's full with joy. Because I'm talking about my humility. I'm talking about the spirit. This is like us having a conversation on the phone. So if we're going to boast about anything, let's boast about the spirit, the way that we see it, the way that it moves in us, in the way that we make money, in the way that we grind. Let's learn how to eyeball different things and capitalize on those, because that's what's going to make someone stick. And I've gone away from doing that. That's why when I go and do a bid or go to jail or anything like that, my wife loves when I'm in there, because she knows I'm getting close to the spirit. But the challenge has been, okay, I see you doing that in there, Bruce, but let me see you transfer that out here and make it stick and not get distracted by all the different colors and all the different seasons. Now that's something to boast about. Y'all have a good one, you know what I'm saying? Keep it thugging. But thug for the Lord. I thug for the spirit.